So Side Games just spoiled some more cards from the upcoming mini expansion that will be around the end of May. There's a few gold class cards they've shown. I'm going to start off with Forestcraft. We have a 2 play point 1/3 Storied Falconeer. As fanfare, put a Skystride Raptor into your hand. A Skystride Raptor is a 3 play point 2/1 with Storm. Evolve, he gets +1/+1 instead of the normal +2/+2. And he gives Bane to the Skystride Raptors. All the Skystride Raptor in your hand. So you do benefit from playing more Storied Falconeers. The only other card that makes Skystride Raptors is not in rotation. He's from Rise of Bahamut. Looking at this guy, he seems pretty decent actually. He fixes your curve for you. He gives you a 3 play point card to play immediately after him. So he's good in the early game. Kind of good in the late game because you can give your Raptor Bane and take out a troublesome follower. The only issue I really have with him is that he's a Forestcraft card, and Forestcraft has really good 2-drops right now. Has some really good 2-drops. I don't think he competes for a spot, even in maybe like a aggro Forestcraft, which would probably want to play him more because of the Storm on the Raptor. Forestcraft's early game really synergizes off Brambles, and he doesn't work too well with it. You'd rather have a bunch of 1/1s and cards that kind of work with your fairies. He kind of just is a standalone card. Definitely a card to look at in the future, but right now I think the Forestcraft decks are too competitive to fit him in. Next we have White Fang Temple for Havencraft. It's a 3 play point amulet with countdown 8. At the end of your turn, restore 1 defense to your leader. And whenever an effect restores defense to an ally, subtract 1 from this amulet's cooldown. So it's essentially, by itself, counts down twice. So once at the end of your turn and once at the beginning of your turn, it'll lose 1 off its countdown. So essentially kind of like a countdown 4. Last words, summon a Holy Winged Dragon, which I believe is a 6/6 vanilla creature. Vanilla follower, I mean. So obviously you want to play this in Tenko Cannon, or Tenko Shrine. Since it's 3 play points, it curves really well into the 4 play point Shrine. And since this is restoring 1 defense to your leader, you can kind of hurt your curve a little bit by losing tempo by playing this amulet. So since you're not playing a follower, playing removal on turn 3, you're losing tempo. But hopefully the life you're restoring off of this card will kind of make up for it. Plus the activation style on the Tenko Shrine will make up for the tempo loss. I think if there was a card to make Tenko Shrine competitive, it would probably be this card. Another note, you can probably play this in Unlimited with Elena's. Get many activations and a big 6/6. Though I think Unlimited, the tempo loss is kind of big, especially when you want to be playing your Elena's Prayer on 3 anyways. So overall I think it's a pretty good card. Next we have a Swordcraft follower, 2 play point 2/1 Dario. He's a commander. That's important because of Gwaine. Gwaine will reduce his cost. If this follower can be targeted, your enemy can only target this follower. Can't be destroyed by spells and effects, and but it can be destroyed by damage from effects and attacks. So these two in conjunction are really insane, right? If your opponent only has like a destroy effect in their hand, he just nullifies it. It just doesn't work until he's removed from the board. And since he's 2 play points, he can get pulled by Arthur. So just having him and Arthur together just makes it so hard to get rid of that sticky board that Arthur produces. He doesn't save your board from AoE effects, like Jean, but he does protect your board from single target removal. And not many decks have good AoEs to combat Arthur if you play him on the curve. I can see this definitely finding a spot in mid-range sword. Yeah, just the fact that he's a commander too, and like playing him for cheap in conjunction with a Gawain is seems pretty good. Be a real pain to deal with this guy. And lastly, we have Heartless Battle. It's a 5 play point spell for Portalcraft. You either choose to summon a Lloyd the Android or a Victoria. And didn't know, Lloyd is a 1/4 with ward, and he has, if this follower can be targeted, opponent can only target him. So it's kind of like the same effect that Dario has, but Lloyd can be destroyed by effects and abilities. And Victoria is a 3/1, and when she attacks a follower, she does her attack in damage to them. Yeah, whenever this follower attacks, an enemy follower, deal X damage to that follower before it can deal any damage in return. X equals attack. So essentially, it'll do 3 damage, and then it'll do the 3 damage attack that it normally does if the enemy follower didn't die. Things to note that she also evolves into a 5/3, which is pretty big. This card has Enhance 7. Give the summoned follower +0, +3, and Bane, which is not really that relevant on Victoria since she's essentially killing something like right away with her ability, hopefully. But on Lloyd, that's pretty decent. I don't think this card is good enough though at 5. Seems a little pricey to play for like essentially what is a 3 play point card, though Victoria is pretty strong even at 5, but probably not strong enough. Oh yeah, you do get a puppet in your hand, which is kind of a good upside. We'll have to see if puppet decks want to play this card. It's okay when you choose Victoria, and if you have to pick Lloyd, it's kind of like whatever. The Enhance 7 is good if you have to remove something really, really big, like right away. Or if you have nothing else to do in your turn and you want to be defensive and get a Lloyd. Yeah, I think it's too high costed for a Portal deck at the moment. But I might be wrong, because Victoria is a good card. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think about these cards. In playability, I think they're all pretty good. Cards I know that are going to see play are Dario, and White Fang Temple could make Tenko Shrine a competitive deck. The Falconeer, like I said, he's a good card, but he has to compete for the other 2 drops in Forestcraft. And Heartless Battle might just be a little bit too expensive to play. Alright guys, thanks for watching. When they come up with more spoilers, I will make a new video, so wait for that. See you guys.